To understand, this is important. The world wants to know what are Gizmo Train's 2026 Lionel Catalog picks? Aliens, man.
I love Big O scale locomotives, and I am so excited for Gizmo's 2026 Lionel picks.
I know what I'm doing in the tub later. Listening to Gizmo's 2026 Lionel picks.
Believe me, nobody knows trains better than I do, and everyone is talking about the new Lionel catalog. It's huge. It's a big deal. And Gizmo, he's doing a fantastic job, maybe the best job anyone has ever seen in the world of bottle railroading.
What's up, everybody? I know this is what everybody's been waiting on. What is Gizmo going to order from the new catalog? I know the world has been waiting. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Lawrence with Gizmo Trains. Today I'm going to take a quick look at what I'm planning to pre-order from the latest 2026 Lionel catalog. Let's take a quick look. So let's take a look at what I am looking at ordering out of the latest 2026 Lionel catalog. Vision Line GP42s. This is the hot one for this year. Great price point at either 850 or 900 MSRP. Of course, any good Lionel dealer will get you a cheaper price than that. Shop around. Plenty of folks out there offering free shipping or more discounts the more you order. So have a look and see what you can get for pretty much anything in this catalog. Personally, I am going to pick up at least one of these. I'm looking at likely one, if not both, of the Norfolk Southerns. For sure, I want the breakdown unit. This is what I think makes it truly a vision line model outside of just all the road number specific details. I do love lights and sound and smoke. Think it's super cool. Not going to go over all the details of these models. Plenty of reviews out there that talks about it. But the only reason I would potentially get two would be because the 3001 has a smaller gas tank, shorter nose, versus the breakdown unit, which will have a few different road specific details. For me, if I don't get both, no big deal. I can pull this behind the ET44, the Southern GP30 I have coming from Third Rail. Any of those would be an option. Next one's going to be this Vision Line ethanol car set. I think this is the steal of the catalog. MSRP $17.99. I believe some of the pre-order sites are offering this as low as in the 1500 range. But with what you get, two Vision sound cars plus this Dash 9, which is kind of a really cool patch job they did. I like that as well. Not to mention, you have a end of train device on that hopper. So overall, I think a great value when you break this down to per car price on this, especially a pre-order. Very awesome deal. I likely will grab at least another 3-pack of one of these tanks here, maybe two. We'll see. T1s are awesome. This is the one I think I'm going for. Originally, kind of overlooked this, but looking at it more and also discussing a little more on the live stream review I did with Zach from Joker Strains, you can check out that on YouTube still. Encourage you to. We dive a little deeper into a lot of this catalog, but I think this one may end up being very similar to the 777 Berkshire they came out with a few years ago. If that's the case, I think it's going to be an awesome looking engine. I did see one of those in person, didn't buy one back then. But another thing is this very unique passenger car set. In real life, the Crusader had two observation cars. That way they could turn the engine around a lot quicker. I'm curious to see if when Lionel comes out with this, if they actually put a coupler on this one observation car. If you notice, that one doesn't have it, but this one does. That way we can also run it both ways. We shall see. Maybe they didn't in the catalog just to point out the fact that they have two observations, but also the blue wheel sets I think will be kind of neat and go along with the Crusader T1 here. Up in the air will be whether or not I get the Station Sounds Diner. Those are neat. It's cool to have the sounds. Part of me says, yes, go ahead and get it because it'll be hard to find later. Generally, you want to have a complete set with these kind of things, but it is another 400 bucks that can be spent other elsewhere. So I have to make a final decision there. E7s, definitely going to get this Penn Central set. I'm not a Penn Central guy, but I do love the uniqueness of this set. Lionel did confirm this is going to be like a weathered unit. You can see the patchwork here on this New York Central B unit. I think this is another sort of diamond in the rough, sort of maybe overlooked set in this catalog. I look forward to getting this. I think this will be great for pulling weathered rolling stock in general. I've collected a lot of that over this last year. I have a ton ready to go when we get the layout done. This will be the perfect one to do that. Plenty of great sets here. I am skipping the Southern. I have a nice set of scale Southern cars with the black roofs, although these will be fully stainless. Lionel has gone the right way on pricing with it being $8.99. So we're at least getting some kind of discounts there. However, it's still close to 2K for that entire set. Plus, I have a Southern Crescent on the way at E8 from third rail. So we'll likely skip this set since I'm getting the Penn Central. Rolling stock, I have mixed reviews with Lionel. Probably not getting a lot other than the donkey car. I call it the jackass reefer, even though it would have been cool for them to put that there. I know from marketing, not the greatest, but at least they did Jack's Farms. Kind of a play there on words a little bit. They're kind of hinting around at it. Do not feed or pet the donkeys. But I had the sound reefers before with the pigs and some other stock cars, and I think these are awesome. They're just great to have on a layout. Another one potentially is this Louisville and Nashville AEC Combine. This apparently was a legitimate car that the government used to transport researchers. Kind of a neat one. I think if the price is right, pre-order, here's 350, get it cheap enough. Probably going to add it. You can just put it in any kind of passenger car set. Glow in the dark's kind of neat. Otherwise, again, not a whole lot of rolling stock here. They caught my eye, other than this Atlantic and Danville. Probably will grab it. Pre-order price, probably looking at like $70. Cheap enough to take a gamble on. But being on the East Coast here, my mom actually grew up in Danville, so I think this will be a really cool and add to the collection just for that little tidbit. But that is it. Nothing else in here. This is all getting into lion scale. I did notice a couple things that caught my eye in the Christmas section. Christmas 440. If I get one, maybe would consider that one because I don't think a lot's going to get sold of these probably, but it still has all the nice brass and cool detail work and scroll work on the tender. But I feel like it's kind of one of those engines that looks like it belongs around a Christmas tree. I think some of the G scale stuff and a lot of older traditional Christmas cars around the trees always kind of was this style. So I like the little wreath and all. I don't know. This one here really catches my eye. It may get pre-ordered. We shall see. Woo! I know that was a sprint through that catalog, but hey, I didn't want to take up everybody's day. Some of these catalog reviews and suggestions and what I'm going to order gets a little bit crazy on time. However, this is a quicker review what I'm planning to pre-order. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me what you're going to get in the comments below. I'm always curious of others and what did I miss? Maybe there's some values in there that I overlooked. If you like what you saw, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. Lots happening here with the layout and the build and filling up this wall with more trains. You can check me out on Instagram. I do a lot of posting on there, more day-to-day stuff, keeping up on the progress. So until next time, bye-bye.